This week on Small Boat Big Ocean TV, the striper bite is just starting to heat up off the coast of New Jersey. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Small Boat Big Ocean TV is brought to you by Howie T Sport Fishing, Bob K Marine, and Salt Weather, the ultimate marine forecast app. Welcome back to this episode of Small Boat Big Ocean TV. Today we exited Manasquan Inlet and hung a left and headed north up the Jersey coast in search of some bunker schools or any activity we could find of possible striped bass feeding. Reports from our fishing network indicated that a lot of larger striped bass had been caught on the snag and drop method in between Sandy Hook and Shark River, so we decided to head in that direction, looking for any bird activity or bunker schools on the surface. It didn't take long until we reached the mouth of Shark River Inlet and were greeted by a small fleet of boats and some very good bird activity, so we decided to set up shop and see what we could do at this location. Based on reports from the previous week and the bird activity that we were seeing, we decided to first go ahead and try some flutter spoons, as they had been pretty effective the previous week on larger striped bass. While we were dropping our jigs, we were in about 30 foot of water, by the way. We noticed to the south of us what looked like a bunker school had started to form at the surface. So our next thought was maybe to give snag and drop a try. At one point, the bunker were so thick on the surface that I was able to throw a cast net and able to net about a half a dozen, which we ended up putting in the live well. After about an hour of moving into the beach, drifting away from the beach, kind of repeating that process, and not having anything but spiny dogfish, we decided maybe it was time to pick up and go search for life elsewhere. After another bump up further north, we did end up finding some life. We found a small humpback feeding. So was this the right move? Stay tuned after these messages and we'll find out. Bob K Marine in Spring City, PA is your one-stop shop for all marine services. From bass boats to bow riders, 2- and 4-stroke outboards to large block inboards. Our certified staff can repair just about anything. Bob K Marine also offers electronics installation, winterization and shrink wrap, plus fiberglass and gel coat repair. Visit Bob K Marine today for all your marine service needs. Salt Weather is the ultimate marine forecast app. With salt weather, you get forecasts from 4 different models on one screen. Chlorophyll and sea surface temperatures. Waypoints, distance measuring, plus a whole lot more at a fraction of the cost of other services. Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Boat Big Ocean TV. We made another move further north and we ended up finding some life, including a small humpback whale feeding on bunker school. And if you've ever fished for striped bass in the past, you know you find whales and you typically find fish. So instantly our hopes greatly increased that maybe we were going to get on some fish here. We kept going with the dropping live bunker down, and the rig we were using was just a simple 2-ounce weight to hold the bunker down, and then about a 3-foot, 50-pound mono leader, just so the fish could swim freely. And we typically hooked the fish either through the dorsal or through the nose, which allowed for good swimming activity when it was held at the bottom. After a pretty uneventful morning, we finally were able to get our first hit on a live line bunker, and it bent the rod in half. So we were thinking this was a pretty darn good fish.
The top for power. Yeah. The front for power. Yeah. You should see did it spin pop up at all? You should see red.
As I'm battling this fish, one thing I do want to mention is that everybody on board was using the circle hooks as required by state law when live lining bunker, and that's simply because when the fish engulfs the bait, the hook does not become embedded in the throat or in the stomach. The circle hook finds its way to the corner of the mouth, and we were all using number 5 circle hooks on this day. So as this fish got closer to the boat, we knew that it was going to be an over and therefore not a keeper-sized striped bass for New Jersey state waters.
Holy! I hope that was on. Yep, I think he's probably over, huh? That's my personal best right there, boys. Personal best right there. What? That was under the white box. Wow. Yeah. Too big. 43. 43.
The totals on this fish were 30.72 pounds and 43 inches long. And this fish was safely revived and swam off on its own power. We fished for a couple more hours. It was pretty uneventful. We did pick up some dogfish here or there. But the weather started to turn for the worse. It started to rain. The temperature dropped and the wind picked up. So we decided to call it a day and head back to Manasquan, back to the dock at Trader's Cove. So that's going to do it for this episode of Small Boat Big Ocean TV. As always, thanks to everybody for subscribing, for watching. I hope you are enjoying the content. We expect to do a couple more striper shows before we end the season, so give us a thumbs up and a subscribe if you like what you see, and we'll catch you at the next one. This episode of Small Boat Big Ocean TV has been brought to you by Howie T Sport Fishing, Bob K Marine, and Salt Weather, the ultimate marine forecast app.